a little bit of a message out to the people that are out there that know you, they love you, they want to know what's going on. Why are they keeping you there? How long are you going to be there? What can people do on the outside to maybe put a little pressure? Is there anything we can do to get you the hell out of there?
Well, I'm not sure if anybody can do anything. I mean, even today, the New Jersey appellate court, I'm not sure what happened. They were supposed to hear a limited appeal today on this excessive sentence, and it didn't happen. So I'm in jail. I'm not sure what happened. Let's see, I've been sentenced to 270 days by Burlington County Judge Delahaye. He says, you know, he was trying to give me some compassion and has me released every 20 days to go to California to my bone cancer doctor to get treatment. You know, so, you know, to my listeners, I am a bone cancer patient. I am on an experimental treatment, and once a month I get a treatment in Santa Monica, California. And you know, I was prosecuted also for having medical marijuana, even though the state of New Jersey passed a medical marijuana bill. And, you know, over a year ago, I actually won my possession with intent to distribute charge. So I beat that case with a jury. The jury found me not guilty of violating that law and basically, you know, nullified that. But I did get found guilty of a simple possession, a fourth-degree possession charge, which most of the time no one goes to jail for. And even in this case, I was sentenced on one day, January 16th, 2013, to probation. I complained about it. I thought the judge should issue a stay of sentence. I said that I was going to file a formal stay of sentence, and I didn't sign into probation. And the very next day, less than 24 hours later, the judge signed a fugitive warrant for me and arrested me. I spent 45 days in jail, and then when I was released to go to California to continue my medical treatment, he gave me a follow-up court appearance, and when I went to that on September the 10th, he sentenced me to complete the 270-day sentence, where I would go to jail for 20 days and release for 10, and, you know, back and forth. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm at the Burlington County Jail, minimum security jail. It's actually pretty open here. It's not like you're in a cell locked down all the time here, like in prison or somewhere. This is a minimum security jail. Most people in here are traffic tickets, minor drug offenses. There's a lot of people in here for marijuana charges, marijuana violations, or if they're marijuana testing positive for marijuana, violated them for terms of their probation or parole. There's some child support and basically tickets here. So I'm in a very minimum security jail, doing mindless things like nothing, like watching TV all day.
Oh, man. I mean, what a waste to have you in there. I wish you were out. I'm glad you were able to get the treatments that you need. How much longer do you have on that 200-plus day sentence? It'll end up being into February. Like the next time I get out, it'll be November the 5th. Then I have 10 days to go to California and back. And then I have to report back to jail on November the 15th. And then I'll do 20 days again. And then I'll be released December something, I forget what day that is, December the 5th, we'll say, December the 3rd. And then after, again, go to California and back, and then on the 13th of December, report back to this jail until the 29th, I think it is, of December. And then, you know, all over again, all the way until February. Just every 20 days in, 10 days out, 20 days in, 10 days out until February. No one has ever seen this. None of the guards, none of the jailers, the administrators, no one has ever seen a sentence like this. It was part of the reason why I thought the excessive sentence argument would have worked before the appellate court today, but for some reason they didn't hear it. And you had mentioned before that the judge actually said that he was punishing you because of your attitude, wasn't it?
Yes, I mean, no one goes to jail on a fourth-degree marijuana possession charge. Like usually it's probation or it's really like a fine. But he said, you can go back and look at the Burlington County Times article. I think it was September the 10th versus NJ Weedman going back to jail, where he said that it was because of my in-your-face attitude. He actually said I was not going to jail for possession of marijuana. I was going to jail for my in-your-face attitude. And, some people speak out louder than others, We live in a land of sheep, and then there's some lions. I kind of feel like I'm a lion. I roar when I want to roar. But I think I tell the truth, and that's basically what I've been doing. I've been a very outspoken advocate for the legalization of marijuana, and I'm a legalizer. I think it ought to be legal. I mean, most people didn't even know until the last couple of years that I was diagnosed in 2000 with bone cancer. As part of this case, I revealed to the world that this is one of the reasons why I've been so outspoken, that I had bone cancer. And marijuana, if you Google the term marijuana and bone tumors, that's what I get. Marijuana shrinks bone tumors. All kinds of science that says it. I use a lot of THC. The ironic and hypocritical part about this imprisonment, this jailing, which I call unjust jailing, almost a persecution, is the fact that the New Jersey Compassionate Use Act was passed on January 18th, 2010, 3 months before I was arrested on April 1st, 2010. And the act, if you read the act, paragraph E specifically says that the goal of the act was to prevent medical marijuana patients from being prosecuted, imprisoned, or suffering the consequences of asset forfeiture. All three of those things happened to me. And, I've had my arguments, my bickerments back and forth with the judge. Why didn't this act protect me? I don't know. The prosecutor and the judge could only look at me as a criminal. They could not look at me as a medical marijuana patient.
Well, isn't that the same way a hammer looks at everyone as a nail? I mean, that's just what they do, right?
Yeah, but I really think I don't know. Maybe my appearance was different. Maybe I don't know. I think I got the short end of the stick. There's a law that should have protected me, and the judge decided that it didn't protect me. And I think that was the legal error, the major legal error that on review and appeal by the New Jersey Appellate Court, I think the appeals court is going to overturn that. Unfortunately, I'm in jail for 270 days, and I'll never be able to get that 270 days back. And then this isn't the first time this has happened. I mean, this is, it happened to me 11 years ago when, again, I was advocating very publicly the legalization of marijuana, and I made some political ads, and the state of New Jersey threw me in jail. And, they were trying to send me to prison for a few years. Luckily, I filed a writ of habeas corpus with the federal government, and the federal judge Irenas out of Camden decided that I was right, that it was a violation of my right to freedom of speech, and let me and ordered me released. But I spent 5 months in jail, and there's no way to recover your freedom. And I think in this case, this judge was a new law. We were discussing new laws. He said the new law didn't apply to me. I think it did. I think the law ultimately will apply to me. I think it was such a legal issue, a new legal issue, that it was appropriate for him to grant a stay of sentence pending the appeal, but he refused to. Over the years, I know I agitate some of these state officials. I don't even really try to agitate. I'm just what I call speaking up and
not bowing down.
Yeah.
Not yielding your rights just because somebody has a robe or a badge. And I think that's what I've always loved about you, Ed. I guess I've known you going on 10 years now, and your creativity and your resilience never cease to impress me. The way you're able to take such little resources and be so effective with it. And I know there's many other people out here, that admire the work that you've done, the sacrifices you've made, or maybe I should say investment. You've invested your own freedom in this cause.
Yeah.
And I think I'm hoping that this investment continues to pay dividends, because that dividend is going to be our freedom. And you and I know we're going to look back in just a few years and be like, can you believe they put you in a cage for that? It's going to be insane. We know where it's headed. So, and I hope people understand that you're one of the people to be thanked when we get there. So, thank you for what you're doing.
I hope so. I think within our lifetime that marijuana will be legal. I think my appeal in New Jersey of this case will create new law. For one thing, I think the ban on people from out of state with valid out of state cards being protected in New Jersey will be overturned with my appeal. New Jersey's system, New Jersey's medical marijuana program is actually a joke. I mean, New Jersey, less than 150 people have even gotten marijuana through their system. I am a legitimate medical marijuana patient. I've had a valid medical marijuana card since 2006 in California. I renew my card every year. I've been using, not only this experimental medicine, but I've been using the traditional, natural medical marijuana, which science has told us plenty of times. It is wonderful. It helps with pain. It helps shrink, tumors, which I have. Oh man, but it's frustrating, and this can happen to me almost all the time. I mean, even after that last jailing, I happened to be riding somewhere with somebody in Eastham Township and caught a marijuana case, which happens to be going to be heard tomorrow. So on top of this 270 days, I could actually get more time tomorrow because I had 2 joints in my pocket.
And that's when he saw that you had a certain logo on your shirt that he identified you as a potential criminal based on your dress. Was that the incident, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was in a car with somebody, and I wear marijuana shirts a lot, and I had a marijuana shirt on. We got pulled over for a traffic a light out, and he wrote her the ticket, and then he noticed my shirt, and he said that he wanted to search me for marijuana. I told him I had this is a Eastham Township cop. I told him that this shirt isn't probable cause to search me. At first, I actually accused him. I asked him if he was profiling me because I had dreads, not even color. I said dreads, and he said no. He's met plenty of people who had dreads that didn't have marijuana in their pocket, but he's never met someone who had a marijuana shirt on who didn't have marijuana in their pocket. So because of my shirt, he felt that it was probable cause to search me.
How dare you express yourself? I guess is the point there, right?
Yeah, exactly. The shirt said chronic, legalized. To me, that's another one of those political expressions.
Well, of course it's a political expression. I will hope to get a follow-up on that. Hopefully that doesn't put you in limit your freedom even more. We'll definitely try to keep an eye on that.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Well, imagine this. Several years ago, late 2007, I moved to California to get away from all this. I called myself no longer wanting to be a marijuana activist. I went to California to be a marijuana capitalist, and then I came home on vacation and ended up on probation, and they violated me, and now I'm in jail.
Well, hang in there. We're about to run out of time. Ed, we love you. We're going to stay in touch with you. You're not forgotten. Let's stay in touch. As soon as you come out for your next medical treatment, I'm sure we'll hear from you. I'll make sure that folks get this and have your address so they can write to you.
All right, thank you. And tell them they can check up on me at njweedman.com. Just go visit my website and follow up on a lot of this we're talking about.
Awesome.
Right, thanks a lot, Jim.
All right, my pleasure.
And utilize jury nullification. Promote it.
As always.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care, Ed.